Hey guys, I'm back again for another Jurassic World Dino Rivals tour review, and we'll be taking a look at the 2019 version of the Baryonyx, which is already my favorite Baryonyx I've ever bought. Anyways, so this was one that you probably had not seen in the pictures that I've shown previously in the Battle Damage Velociraptor review, because again, this was actually at the top shelf, like at the very top of those shelves that they were handling them alongside the original Manchuricantosaurus and Triceratops that I already reviewed. And yeah, this was up there, and I was like really surprised that it was up there. I was originally attempted to get the Ankylosaurus, which is one I have not bought at all, but I will go back and get that one later in case. Or I might I'll still buy the Ankylosaurus because I can't wait to get that one. That's also another one of my favorites of the new 2019 toy line. So before we get to reviewing the figure, let's go over the package. The 2019 Jurassic World setting as usual, which is completely amazing. The vibrant colors and everything, the logo of the Tyrannosaurus, the normal Jurassic World logo, the demonstration down there for Baryonyx, Rexy, Dino Rivals logo, Triceratops, and Owen Grady. Claire's missing. Anyway, Baryonyx, Dino Rivals, soundbite, action feature demonstration again. Oh, by the way, new. And we had this wonderful render of Rexy, which is used in other promotions of the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom film, which generally I think everybody would love this render. This is obviously the best render of all time. And you got the Jurassic World logo down there. More down here. Jurassic World Facts app compatibility logo right there. Demonstration of the prototype picture, which I think I will say it is better than the one we have right now, but at the same time I still don't care. The collector's card, which we already taken out right here. And we have other figures shown. Saw these two of the store, Ankylosaurus and Ceratosaurus, but I never saw the Manchuricantosaurus up there. So the Manchuricantosaurus, I only saw the original one. There was only one of them up there, so I've never seen the red one yet. I'm still going to get this one. I might miss out on this guy. As much as I like the Ceratosaurus, I don't hate the paint job he has, but I think it is definitely lacking compared to the film accurate Jurassic Park 3 version that I bought. Alright, so let's go take a closer look. As you can see, we already know what the sculpt looks like because we had the previous figure. But at the same time, I have not reviewed the previous figure because my little brother has. So I'm going to go over this sculpt as much as I can because I really love this sculpt. This is basically one of my favorite toys, especially this one in particular. I like the sculpting and everything. Obviously, the head sculpt is fairly accurate to the movie that it's in. The paint job is obviously different though compared to the original, which we'll go in comparison. I love the paint job on this one. I also like how the green is like at first light here. And like you got this. Also, not to mention, I thought it was going to be really yellow over here. But since it's toned down, it actually looks a lot more better. I don't know. It might look better, or the original one might look better. But at the same time, I like it how it's toned down instead of how it's like brightened up. So, okay. So it goes from that lighter yellow to all this lighter green to a darker green. It reminds me of the Suchomimus, the one that my little brother and I took a look at on QH Films. Really nothing much to go over. It's just a very wonderful sculpt with a really wonderful paint job. Also got that beautiful scaling on there, like a crocodilian or yeah, just let's just go crocodilian scaling on here. It's just so wonderful. Really do love everything about this. The toe claws and fingers aren't painted in like the original one. Or better yet, the original one didn't have painted fingernails on this one, but it had painted toe claws. And also, the sculpt again, let's go back here. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of an autofocus here. There we go. And you can see the eye is also different. It's much more black and, yeah, it's a lot more different than the original variation. The sculpting's still wonderful. Inside of the mouth. Yep. Everything about this sculpt is wonderful. The paint job to me is my favorite, so I was really excited to get this, and I'm certainly not disappointed with it. And the action features are obviously similar to the previous version, and the sound effects are the same, so we won't be going over the sound effects and everything, so we're just gonna go jump right into comparison. So here is the original Baryonyx, the film accurate Baryonyx, which everybody likes to own more than the, I guess, than the recent one. they're both really good together in my opinion. I really do like both of them, but at the same time, I think I can notice really one difference right off the bat and how the how this area here is painted in, and compared to the original one, it's not really painted in that much. So there's a little bit more detail put into this one, and I think the teeth are painted a little bit better. I'm not sure. That's just from here, at least from here, from this shot, and the teeth on here kind of feel a little lacked, but at the same time, it's still great. And the only difference between the paint scheme and how it's supposed to flow alongside, this one stops right there and it doesn't continue down the tail, but this one it continues down the tail. And yeah, that's basically it for the comparisons there. Both look good together, but I still okay, I recommend both of them, but I personally still recommend the green one more. If you love the green or love the accuracy of how it could be for I guess would it be in the swamp, I don't know, could be a little cooler that way. But again, if you want more film accuracy, then this is the one to go, even if it is going to cost a lot more money than the repaint. So yeah, that's basically it for that one. Down on the feet, you got the Jurassic logo right there, and the scan code, which I think you might get that with other videos. I don't feel like actually going really close to that one, because you already know. I think everybody else is doing it already. Oh crap, one more comparison. I didn't notice this until now. This side, the upper side right here is not painted in, but this one is. Kind of strange though. They can paint this part in, but they couldn't paint the area from over there. Like, that's kind of strange, but whatever. So it's collector's card right here. He's got the Baryonyx looking really good here, and the yellow almost as bright as it could be, but not as bright as the actual figure. You got the orange looking background, like an orange tropical background. It really looks really cool. Then you got the stats here, which is 7% strength, 7% speed, 4% brains, and 7% of the attack features. Now, it obviously is like all 7 except for the brain, so it's not as smart. And at the back, we got the Dino Rivals logo, Jurassic World, the trademarks down there. And again, I will say this, and I will say it till I die. The background reminds me so much of Jurassic Park 3 of how it looks. I will keep saying that until I freaking give up or something. I don't know. Alright, so that's going to be it for the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Baryonyx. I personally recommend picking this up. If you missed out on the previous one, then this is definitely a recommendation. If you don't own the if you don't own this one, or if you already own the original Baryonyx, then that's just up to you. Because honestly, for me, I definitely picked it up because it was obviously a great paint scheme, in my opinion. Honestly, I recommend it. This is obviously one of my favorites so far of the repaints that I've already seen many times before. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you guys later.